Morning is just a thin line to the east as you steps in the corral and captures a beast. Cold saddle blankets, hey, cock-a-doodle-doo, you buck now, you bugger, you break me in two. And your head starts working on the last pass around. Saddle horses are wrangled, draft horses cut out. He shuts the gate and you steps to the ground. It's hot black coffee you're thinking about now, and biscuits and gravy and eggs over light, and the foreman's wife is a beautiful sight. Jokes and jabs and the cow boss's orders are chewing a toothpick, and you're out the door. And you saddle a horse you'll use for the day, making sure your rigging's got no extra play. You steps aboard light with him all gathered up, 'cause you know firsthand this critter can buck. Ease him out at a walk and head north towards the dump. You'll be asking to trot when he loses his hump. He hits a slow lope on the Badger Highway. It's a cool morning blue sky cowboying day. And the brooks are babbling down through the holes, and the meadowlark sings the songs in your soul, and the wildflowers blaze any color you suppose as the smell of the sagebrush and pine fill your nose. Now the horse that you're on, he's big and he's lean, quick, tough, smart, and a little bit mean. His saddle's no place for the meek or the green. He's a sure enough rip snorting cowboying machine. And the place that you're headed is pretty intense. Continental Divide is the back fence. There's 10,000 acres of mountain and rock there and 1,200 head to check in the doctor. And to make matters worse, or better, you think, they're all yearling heifers, unpredictable dinks. They'll run and they'll hide till hell freezes twice and kick up their heels as you skate on the ice. But this ain't no colt, and you ain't no kid. So he jerks out your rope and you pulls down your lid and you climbs and you cruises the sagebrush and aspen till you find you a cow brute what's droopy and rasping. And you tags her just before she gets to the brush and trips her and ties her in a big rush and packs her with sulfa and penicillin. She'll turn for the better, the good Lord willing. Lots of foot rot and pink eye today. But that don't mean the boogers can't play. They've ducked and they've dodged till who laid a chunk, but you managed to capture a pretty good hunk. Line-backed old heifer with a sly side dart almost upset the whole apple cart, and the bald-faced old bag sure slammed on her brakes when we dived off a ledge and got in her way. It's the heat of the day now, sun's straight overhead, and you and your hoss is packing some lead. You hanker for rest and a biscuit or two, and you figures you got that much coming to you. Now your horse likes the grass that grows beneath the aspen, and the shade there is welcome as peace everlasting. So you find such a place with a creek close by to soothe the bruises of a hard ride. Hobbles him, unbridles him, loosens his girth, and sets yourself down in the cool green earth, surrounds your grub and drinks your fill, and takes a siesta way back in the hill. A catnap is all you require. Still you lay there and ponder a thought. The world sure has its briars. Take, for instance, this good old cow hoss. He was a wild-eyed ring-tailed dandy. They give up on him before they give him to me, but it's the same for horses as it is for men. He just needed a job and a kick in the shin. Well, the afternoon spent with the usual flair. A close call here, a catastrophe there, but still you save more than a couple of hides. That's why you get paid for making these rides. The storm blew through for about 30 minutes, and you'd swear that Satan himself was in it. You're sure glad your pony is seasoned plumb through. Close lightning's unloaded a few buckaroos. You're wet as a fish, but you ain't gonna melt. And the sun feels the best it ever has felt. You're all steamed up like an overdue freight, but you're dry as a duck time you go through the gate. Now there's those thinks that cowboys are crude ignorant cuss. Truth is, we no savvy them, they no savvy us. But there's one chore that sticks in my mind when a cowboy's job cuts into sublime. It's when you and your horse form a leathery feather and drift 2-3 yearlings out of together and trail them up someplace they don't want to go when they're needing a vet or whatever, you know. You sit them just so when you go through a gate. And don't rile them up, for heaven's sake. Those that have tried it say it's kind of an art to set them in the home corral before dark. And we're trailing 2 of them home this night. We'll probably ship one, the other be all right, but one wrong move, now the air's turning cool, and these 2 yearling heifers make you look like a fool. Punch them into the catch with a whoop and a smile. You've been walking on eggs for the last 2 miles, and if one would have broke, the fur would have flew. No telling when you'd got another crack at them 2. Your horse rolls in the dirt while you put up your tack. and savors his grain while you scratch his back. It's an evening ritual you both enjoy. You don't covet nothing when you ride this old boy. And he heads for the Timothy down by the lake, and you saunters towards the house for soup and steak to mix it up with compadres and finish your pie like folks do when they're satisfied. When supper's done, there's little time for play. You sleep hard all night if you work hard all day, and before you fall off your log to float in the air, you may have time for a little prayer. Lord, I thank you for this cowboying day. I had me some fun earning my pay, and I like to think I keep meat on the table for a country that needs to keep fit and able. But a cow with no horse, Lord, is boring as hell. And a horse with no cows don't ring my bells. It's a good life, this game of horses and cattle. And thanks again, Lord, for my day in the saddle. Amen.